Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine, also known as Jazzy Mina here on YouTube, and welcome to another video. So in this video, we're going to be doing a press-on tutorial of this super cute retro bunk set. She's fire, she's cute, she's edgy, just a little bit, but you know, she's still girly. I love her down. So this was probably number 3, which I was very surprised that it got the least votes on my community post for like tutorials, because I thought it was so cute. But I mean, over bling and very celestial cat eye. I mean, it's just all so great. But anywho, finally, without further ado, we have the tutorial here. As always, I start by prepping out all of my press-on nails by buffing them out and then adding a layer of base gel to them. In this set, I'm using the Cat Beauty base gel, which is usually the one that I go for. But you can use any base gel that you want, or you may say, I don't think I really need base gel. And listen, that's forget. But each one of my sets always have base gel. It just adds, for me, an extra layer of durability, and then it also kind of helps the gel that I'm going to be adding later really adhere to the nail and just stick. We won't have chipping or lifting or things like that. So I just find that this method helps me all the time without fail. Once I add that layer of base gel, I did start to go one by one with each of the nails and started adding the nail art and all of the base colors as well. First up, we have the pinky, and I'm using Double Rhythm Neon Sweetie Collection, and I'm pretty sure editing Jasmine added which shade it is specifically, but I just went ahead and added one layer of that gel. It's pretty pigmented. If you want, you can go in with 2 just for extra durability or just for more pigment, but these are actually pretty pigmented, which I was definitely surprised and love. Once I allow the base color to cure for 60 seconds, I do go in with my Makartt Rhinestone glue for the 3D textures that I'm going to be using here. I'm just making like those, I don't know what they call, y'all, but they like 3D blobs that you kind of stroke into whatever direction you want it to, and it just creates this very like ripply textury effect on the nail that I just love so much. And I ended up doing 3 of these across the pinky, and I felt like it just made it a little funky, a little fresh, a little extra, you know, instead of just the base color. So I definitely love that. I'm not doing too much on each one of the little strokes. I just grab a blob, hold the brush down until all gravity kind of pulls all of that gel down, and then I go ahead, make a circle on the nail in circular motions, just so that, you know, we can get that gel on there, and then I just stroke the rest of it down to create that effect from going from a big blob to something smaller. And yeah, I do that 3 times across the nail, and then I cure it for 60 seconds. Next, we have the ring finger. We're going to be using Double Rhythm again, this cute pink color as the base. I did go ahead and do 2 layers of this pink, since it wasn't as pigmented as the original color that we used before. So I went ahead and added 1 more layer for extra security, and then I went over this with my BEETLES Blooming Gel. Now, under certain temperatures, this gel can get really thick, so it's best to keep it in a very temperature controlled space so that it stays more on the thinner side, because this gel can get really thick real fast. And I like to add thin layers of this gel since I know it can get thick already. So I add 1 layer of that, and I do not cure it. After that, I take my Melody Susie Black and 480, and I just take a dotting tool and just go crazy, like pick up some gel and kind of put little blobs, if you will, on each one of the nails until my liking, and let it bloom a little bit. And then from there, I just flash cured it using my little flash cure lamp. And I think this is so cute. Now, what effect is it giving? I don't know. But I just thought it was so cute. I did go ahead and put it under the lamp for 60 seconds after I flash cured it. And now we're moving on to the middle finger. So for the base on the middle finger, here's the gag, y'all. I love D&D. D&D down. In fact, I'm using, I believe, DND Perfect Peach here. Y'all, it's something about the colors that keeps changing. Like, I could have sworn I used, look at me comparing. I could have sworn I used this color on it. I always write down what I use. And for some reason, it seems like the color changed. So I ended up mixing Inner Peace and Perfect Peach together to try to create a base that I was okay with. Because I have no idea how the colors change, what is going on. Let me know if that ever happens to you. I don't know. Is it a formula change? I'm not sure. Anywho, moving on. For the French, I use Melody Susie white in 479, and I'm just taking my probably 11 or 15 millimeter brush and just drawing on the French. I did go over this with 2 layers, so the first layer is fully covered, and then the second layer I kind of filled in lightly, just a real thin layer. Because I'm going to be going over this with some black dots later. So I didn't need too much, but I wanted to make sure that the base of the French was opaque enough. After each layer, I did go ahead and cure it for 60 seconds. And here is how it turned out after both layers were on it. And now I'm going in with my dotting tool to create these black dots. I have an infatuation with dots. I don't know. In fact, hint, I have like a bunch of color combos coming with just polka dots. I don't know what it is. Hyperfixation maybe. But on these, they turned out really, really cute. Now, usually I do go ahead and flash cure my dots as I'm doing them so that they don't merge together. You know, sometimes when you're using a gel that is really thin, they can like start merging together, get close together. It just becomes a whole mess. And usually I would have to flash cure it. But using this gel, which is the thicker Melody Susie gel, it's tea, it's fire. And I didn't have to cure anything until the very end, which I cured this entire nail for 60 seconds. Next, I'm doing the pointer finger, also known as the index finger, and I'm using the same bases that I use for the middle finger, which is the DND Perfect Peach and DND Inner Peace, just like mixing them together until my liking. I probably did 3 layers in total, so probably 2 of Perfect Peach and 1 of Inner Peace. And then I'm going ahead and painting my French using the same double rhythm color that we use for the pinky. Sorry, y'all, I'm out of frame. Like, what is going on? I don't know. Usually I'm good about this, but here I think I was real concentrated. There we go. I noticed I wasn't in frame. But yes, I just go ahead and paint it on. And then because this one is so opaque, I didn't need 2 layers of this, so I was really happy about that. And I cured it for 60 seconds. Next, I'm using a matte top coat. This one is by Lavender Violets, but of course Beetles have one that I use. The Goya, y'all, I just ordered that. Amazon Prime. Did we take advantage of it? Because low-key I did. Oh my god. I can't wait to show y'all my haul. But anywho, the Goya brand for Chrome, I heard is tea. So guess what? I got it. We're going to try it out. Not in this video, but it's coming soon. For the Lavender Violets matte top coat, I do find myself having to buff the surface of the nail just for extra security because I can see like little specks of chrome when I use it still. But when I buff it out and wipe it, the surface with acetone to make sure it's like a clean surface for nail art, it doesn't go on there. So this method is still tried and true, but we're going to try out that Goya matte top coat and see if it's really tea, if it's really giving. And I'm so excited to try it out. For the dots on this nail, I am still using the Melody Susie Black. And I'm just going vertically on the nail with the dots this time. And it's just going up and down the entire nail. I'm going to be using a silver chrome for these. And I tried to get the dots as symmetrical as possible. Like, that was hard, but it still turned out pretty good. For some reason, I love the over effect, like these being kind of crazily over the French in the base gel, which is usually not a thing. But all in all, it kind of looked scary at first. It's almost like giving spider eye vibes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry if I just creeped you out and gave you the jibs, but like, that's what it gives, and I don't know why I like it. Anyway, enough of the weird stuff. I cured that for 60 seconds, and then I'm going over it with this silver chrome. I'm pretty sure I got this chrome from probably Shein or Temu. Can't remember which one, but to be honest, y'all, I bought chrome from both, and it kind of all favor each other. So I don't think it really matters as long as it's a pure silver chrome. And you just make sure if you want the one with glitter in it, or if you want the one that's mirrory and not so glittery. It's a bunch of different ones, but either way, I use that and then dust off the nail, wiped it down, and then now we have the pointer finger. Now we're doing the thumb, and the base color for this one is the Melody Susie 479, the white, of course. I added 2 layers of this gel and cured each for a little over 60 seconds. So I want to say 90 seconds, since it's one of the colors that we kind of got to look out for and cure a little bit longer, just like with black. So once I have both of the base colors on, guess what? We're pulling out the charms, the fun stuff. Now, this palette of pearls and gold and silver charms, if you will, I got from Shein, and I love this thing. This thing has lasted me for like forever. Like, it seems like I never run out of the pieces, and I'm okay with that. This have never been so handy ever. Now, I do have the little containers of pearls, which I think I showed in one of my Amazon hauls before. That's handy dandy too. I love that, just to grab quickly. But this is like very, very useful. This is the set of pearls that I'm going to be using for the little flowers on the thumb, and then just those 2 silver accent areas. To adhere all of the charms on there, I am using the Makartt Rhinestone glue. And I'm just using this little wax picker pencil thingy. I don't remember where I got this. This was probably when I first started buying nail things. And even so, the first wax pencil that I've ever bought, which was probably like 2 years ago, y'all, it's still kicking. I don't know if it's because I don't press hard with it, so it doesn't go down a lot, or maybe it's because I'm not like a nail tech who does other people's nails on a daily and consistent basis to where they have to buy them all the time. But these last for a very, very long time. Now with these, I would suggest flash curing when you're done with them, but because I sat there and added all of the glue that I'm going to be needing for each area onto the nail, I didn't flash cure it. But if I had to do this over again, I would take each area step by step and really take my time and flash cure it, so I don't have to worry about things sliding around on the nail. So that would be like if I had to do something different. I think this set is so playful and girly, but it's like, I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can see the edge. I think it's the black. Maybe it's the black for sure. the little studs, like it just all complemented each other so well, and it looks absolutely great. Like I love this set. I did go ahead and post this set on my website, which is under construction, y'all. I've been working on that thing with the policy, the terms, all that stuff, the behind the scenes. That's not the pretty posting product stuff. It takes a while, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm done with that, and now I'm working on the product stuff, and this is on there, and this is the Sweet Punk set on the website. So if you want to if you come across my website and you want to check it out, you can go ahead and check it out. But anywho, y'all, I love this set. Y'all know I'm going to chew up every set that I do, because I just be so proud by the ending of it. I even show y'all the ugly sets, like, well, the ones that I think is ugly. Some people think they're gorgeous, and I just be like, huh? You know, like I know some of y'all can relate, but either way, this is not one of those sets. So I'm happy to finish off this set. I am going ahead and adding the Cat Beauty Glossy top coat. There is just one that's a regular top coat, and that's usually the purple bottle. But since I did go ahead and add these pearls, and I wanted to have a really like shiny and glossy finish, I went ahead and used this one. Of course, I use BEETLES top gel. It's so many top gels, and there's even the one that I use occasionally, which was from AliExpress, that I'm still working out to see if I actually like it or not. But without further ado, y'all, this is the set. She's cute, she's fire, she's phenomenal. I did cure this for 60 seconds, and I didn't cure the full nail with the studs just yet. Y'all know I like to kind of semi-cure it with the rhinestone gel and then go over with top gel to really seal it in. I find that when I don't cure the gel all the way and add top gel, the charms on it just last so much longer. So I absolutely love that method, and I stand by it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I did try to do something different, which was doing and explaining the nails one by one. Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if it was helpful, and I will definitely do all of my tutorials like that from now on. It was definitely very relaxing and helpful for my thoughts, so that I don't yap and go off the rails. Y'all know how I get. But anywho, I hope you guys loved it. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you in my next video, which will either be a tutorial, it can be an Amazon haul, and let's not forget the giveaway video. So keep your heads open for that. Have your alert bells on, whatever you call it. That video is coming soon, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next one. Bye.